All right, so here we're looking at how to find the area and perimeter of triangles. And this does rely on being fairly secure on how to find the area of a rectangle first. So if you're not quite certain on how to do that, maybe have a quick revise of that and then come back to triangles. So let's start by looking at a right angle triangle, like this. That is a right angle triangle. And I'm going to tell you that this is 4 centimeters, this is 3 centimeters, and this is 5 centimeters. I would like to know the area and the perimeter. Now, we know already that to find the perimeter of a shape, the perimeter is just the distance around the outside. So the perimeter for this triangle is just going to be 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 5 is 12 centimeters. And because it's perimeter, it's just a distance, so the units are still just centimeters. To find the area of a triangle, this is how we have to think about it. If I was to do 4 times 3, if I was to do this length on the side times the length on the bottom, I would be finding the area of this rectangle here. But I don't want that whole area. I want the triangle's area, and the triangle is exactly half of that rectangle. So what I'm saying is what I need to do for this triangle is 4 times 3, which gets the whole rectangle that I drew in blue, but then I have to half it because I have half of it. 4 times 3 would be 12, divided by 2 is 6. So 6 centimeters squared because it's area. So generally, the formula for working out the area of a triangle is, it can be written in different ways, but you do base times height divided by 2. Base times height divided by 2. So we did 3 times 4 divided by 2. And the perimeter, just like most other shapes, you just add up the sides. So let's have a look at a different triangle. Let's have a look at one that's not a right angle triangle that looks maybe a bit like this. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that the height, I'm going to draw it like that. The height is going to be 10 meters. I'm going to make this an isosceles triangle, so putting those dashes in to say that those sides are the same length. And I'm going to tell you that the length of this side is going to be 7 centimeters. And I'm going to tell you that the base is 5 centimeters. And I'm going to work out the area and perimeter again. So the area is base times height. For the area, we're not going to use that 7 because it's not the base or the height. So for the area, I'm going to do 5 times 10, that's base times height, and then divide it by 2. Divide by 2. 5 times 10 is 50, divide by 2 is 25. Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake. I've accidentally given you a mixture of centimeters and meters here, and that was an accident. So I'm going to change those all to meters. So I didn't notice that until just that second. So 7 meters and 5 meters. Right, so the area, I did base times height, I did 5 times 10, and then halved it because it's a triangle to get 25, and because all the units are now in meters, my area is in meters squared. That's area, and then perimeter, we add up all the sides. Now the thing to be careful about on this one is that 10 meters we've got there is not part of the perimeter. The 10 meters is not the length of any of the sides, it's the height of the triangle. So for the perimeter, I'm going to have to do 5 plus 7 plus 7. And I'm adding on 7 twice because even though it's not written there, this side is also 7 centimeters because of the dashes that makes it isosceles. So 5 plus 7 plus 7 is 19 meters. That's the perimeter. So there's a couple of examples. The area, you do base times height and then divide it by 2. And perimeter, you just add up all the sides. There's 2 questions there for you to have a little go at if you would like to. If you want to pause the video and find out the area and perimeter, you can. Or you can just leave it playing as I talk through the answers. So here we go. To find the area of this triangle, I'm going to do base times height, that's 6 times 8, and then divide my answer by 2. 6 times 8 is 48, and that divided by 2 is 24. Now those are all in centimeters, but this is area, so my answer is centimeters squared. The perimeter of this shape, we add all the sides together, so we can do 6 plus 8 plus 10. 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 10 is 24. That's odd. The perimeter is also 24, but it's 24 centimeters, because it's just a length. And finally, for this last question, it's a bit like the second example we did. We'll start with area, which is base times height divided by 2. So 4 times 6 divided by 2. 4 times 6 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. These units are all meters, so my area is meters squared. And the perimeter, we add the sides together, so it's going to be 6 plus 5 plus 5. Even though that second 5 isn't actually on the picture, it is the length of that side because of the dashes which make it isosceles. And 6 plus 5 plus 5 is 16. Again, they're all in meters. Perimeter is just the length, so it's 16 meters. So that's area and perimeter of triangles. Perimeter works for like most shapes. You just add up all the sides. Just remember they don't have to write all the sides down for you, like down here where they didn't tell us that was 5 meters, except they kind of did because of the dashes, which tell us it's the same as the other 5. So you add up all the sides for perimeter, and for area, it's base times height divided by 2. And that's area and perimeter of triangles. I hope that helps.